Hello everyone. Today we're taking a look at the Gentee family of Windows Trojans. Maybe it's pronounced Gentee, I don't really know. But I was reading about one in particular from Symantec's old website. It's called WinTrash on here, but it also has the alias of Gentee, and I found quite a few samples. And I tested a couple of these just to see if they'd be interesting, and they do appear to be good material for a video. However, I'm not sure which one matches up closely with the sample on Symantec's description, so I'm just going to take a look at a bunch of these. So first things first, the icons. We got this interesting looking fox creature, some arrows, an installer looking program, an image of some sort. These are all EXEs, by the way. Generic, the French flag, the smiley face icon from the Russ joke program. If you remember, that was related to Virus the game. Some Windows 9X looking icons, MS-DOS, old notepad, and then my personal favorite is this anime girl. If you know what that might be from, let me know, but I am not well versed in anime. And trust me, I know that from my ransomware video where I mistakenly called the Toho characters anime girls, which was apparently the completely wrong thing to say, which I still don't completely understand, so you'll have to forgive my ignorance. Anyway, let's go ahead and run it and see what Gentee does. You notice these last two are called Gentee Killer. I don't know if they're related or somewhat related or what, but this one I like a lot. So we run this, we get this suspicious looking message. It seems like I don't have a character set or language pack installed. And then apparently nothing happens. But if I come over here to my computer, we see two new files here in the root of the drive. We have kk.exe joke for Win95, 98NT, and 1414.exe. We're going to run the joke first, which I like a lot. So right away our mouse starts going crazy. So any normal user is going to start clicking to try and stop it. So we have low temperature alert. Your mouse is shaking because it's cold. Please warm it up by placing it in a bowl of hot water for 10 minutes. Click OK and it just keeps going. And there's quite a few of these. Windows was unable to determine what you clicked. It doesn't really matter what you press here. And it continues wiggling. You recently cleaned your mouse ball using alcohol. It appears to be drunk. No, doesn't matter what you press. You really sure you want to do that? Please be patient while your mouse recovers its composure. Sorry to be that guy, but that's the wrong form of its. Desktop has become overheated. That's why the mouse can't sit still. No problem here. Check your user guide and just on and on. Your mouse is feeling nervous. Do you have a cat in the house? Mouse calibration complete. You may now use the mouse normally. Oh, just kidding. Boy, you're really stupid. You should click something. And this goes on and on. Our keyboard is also disabled, so I'm going to get into Task Manager. Maybe. There we go. And I want to end task on Crazy Mouse. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, Crazy Mouse. There we go. So that's it for that joke program, but this one is really neat. When you run it, you get this super cool screen melting effect. Not like melting screen. This one is a lot faster and a lot more thorough. Almost looks like oil being stripped away off of something. You click and it goes away. So if I copy this and put it on my desktop, and whatever screen you're on will just melt away. It's super neat. I like it a lot. And as far as I can tell, with what limited info I have, I believe that's all this variant of Gentee or Gentee Killer does. I just see these two programs, and everything still works. I can still run stuff like Notepad, regedit. So those programs seem a lot like something that you might install on a coworker's computer while they're at lunch, and then wait for them to come back and have a nice big laugh when their screen melts or they can no longer use their mouse without insulting messages. Well, let's move along to some of these other variants. Now, the few that I've tested are quite harsh. And I'm probably going to have to reinstall Windows quite a few times throughout the course of this video, so please bear with me if things change. But I have not taken a look at this Rust joke program on. Let's see what it does. Press OK to install the party invitation. Can't run process start min wait plainme.exe batch party.ini setup will be aborted. Okay, well that doesn't sound good. I mean, it doesn't sound legitimate, but it also doesn't sound good. Do we notice any new files anywhere? So no new files, and I don't notice anything too suspicious running in Task Manager. So maybe we've gotten lucky. There's 2 Trojans that aren't out to just completely destroy the system. How about this one with the image? Alright, we're accessing the drive. My CD-ROM is spinning up. That's interesting. Seems like it's trying to access something. But I do notice plainme.exe. Now what is this sitting here? Is that same message? I can't read that. Plainme fixed disk 2 has partitions that extend past the end of the disk. So I'm starting to think, had I been running on a disk that was not formatted with the NTFS file system, but rather the FAT file system, that things might have gone very badly. But that's just a feeling I have. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, what is this? I'm a little nervous. I don't know what this means. I can't get rid of it. I cannot do anything with it. Yeah, I'm stuck with this cryptic message that I can't read. Files are still intact and running just fine, so I guess we're good for now. Let's just ignore that. Let's move along to the French flag one. I have not tried this one yet. Paul Talk France. So we got Paul Talk version 0.6 French 2002. Whoa, where'd it go? I did not do that. I didn't even get to check the box that says I accept the terms and conditions. Doesn't really matter if it's in French or English. I'm not going to read it anyway. Okay, we're still booting Windows XP, so system hasn't been totally destroyed yet. The Symantec description mentioned a black bitmap file covering up everything on the desktop to disguise what it was doing, but I have not seen that yet. Or maybe I have? Oh, never mind. Okay, whoa, look at the clock. What happened? Where did my desktop go? I can't click. I can eject my thumb drive. I can run. What is this? Sure. Okay, the run command is gone. I can't shut off the computer. Oh, Minesweeper has been restricted due to restrictions in effect on this computer. Well, I can't contact the system administrator because that's me, so I guess I'd better fix this. Okay, I can't click on the desktop. Like, it's just completely disabled, so looks like maybe I hit on some of those registry keys that the Symantec description was mentioning. Control panel? Nope. Task Manager works. Wow, look at that. I can't run processes from here. That kind of sucks. Oh yeah, I can't shut down. So I can still get to the shutdown menu through this roundabout method, but that's a pain. Let's see if we can fix it. So I've booted into safe mode. I'm just going to see if there's any way I can clean this up and sort of regain control so I don't have to reinstall the whole operating system just to finish recording this video. Alright, so it turns out I'm very bad at attempting to repair a crippled system through the registry in safe mode, so I opted to reinstall Windows. But as you can see, we have a new partition, drive D, when originally we started off with one drive C fully formatted as NTFS. And it looks like one of those variants of Gentee, probably the one mentioning partitions, has repartitioned the drive to give us this new FAT32 formatted partition, which I really don't appreciate. So I'm going to get rid of this, clean up the drive, and reinstall Windows XP, and then we're going to finish this off with my favorite one that I've found so far. Alright, we're back in it. Reinstalled Windows, put on the olive green theme because I don't think it gets enough appreciation. Maybe that's for a good reason. And now it's confession time. You see, I'm an idiot. Turns out that 4 GB partition that I had no idea what that was, how it showed up, that was my thumb drive I left plugged in to the USB port on the front of the PC. I used that to transfer over these Trojans, the display adapter installer, and it turns out Gentee got a hold of that and just completely demolished it. Like, I plugged it in and Windows wouldn't recognize it. I had to go into the disk partition editor and just do a huge overhaul on it. Like, whatever Gentee did, it was just completely screwed up. So thanks, Gentee. I really appreciate inadvertent actual data loss. Luckily, this drive is ancient and I didn't lose anything for real, but even when playing with old malware, you never know when you're going to get burned. Anyway, let's move on to the one that really made me want to make this video. Still never found the one that Symantec was talking about with the black bitmap over the screen, but this one with the fox right here, pretty entertaining. Let's go ahead and run it. So this is going to be fairly similar to that one we ran where it shut down just immediately. This time we don't even get to accept any terms and conditions in French. We're not masquerading as any sort of program. We're just straight up in your face, boom, it's a Trojan. We're restarting now. And when we boot back up, it's pretty amusing. So here comes Windows, but we're looking a little bit different than I remembered it. I had a nice autumn background. Now we have, there's no disk in the drive, please insert a disk in the drive A, but my mouse is not operating anything. Let's close that. Installer file is corrupted, it was downloaded with errors or otherwise damaged. Please download it again and make sure that you do not have viruses. Well, I think it's a little late for that. Something tells me we might have something going wrong with this PC. Now, I can't read any of this. If you can, that would be great, because I sure can't. You know me, that's what these videos are all about. I fumble through and mangle other languages foreign to me, and then you all show up in the comments and set me straight. We're here again with the messed up clock. This time I cannot open it to check what's going on and change the date and time. Start menu is non-functional. Wait. Okay. My mouse buttons are swapped. Okay, well, now that I know that right-clicking is actually left-clicking, I can try to open it, but now the operation has been canceled, blah blah blah, and it's messed up. That's not good. Alright, let's try launching Windows Media Player. I heard a ding, but I don't see anything. Internet? Failed to load the internet connection wizard helper component. Okay, yeah. You don't say. My computer? No? Can't load it? How about files and settings transfer wizard? Okay, that works. Cancel. Okay, can't run task manager because VDM-DBG.dll was not found. Okay, it's not even restricted. I just can't launch it. That's never a good sign. Let's take a look. All programs. Can I at least play some games? How about some Minesweeper? Oh yeah, we're working. Trying to remember my left and right are swapped and not mess this up. Alright. I can't believe that works. What else can we run? Solitaire? Solitaire's good. Alright, this Trojan's fine in my book. Still can't get onto my computer though. That's not fun. Command prompt? Still works. Okay, that's... I was wondering if I could launch the window from here, but it doesn't appear like it wants to show up. Wait, Windows file protection. Oh no, it seems like stuff might be disappearing. Yeah, we'll keep the unrecognized versions. Minesweeper, we're still good. Solitaire, you still with me, buddy? Alright, this is Windows XP. We don't often use this, so how about pinball? Oh yeah, Space Cadet pinball, still present and functional, while our computer is going down. Awesome. Wow. That takes me back. Sorry, pinball, we gotta go. Something's going wrong, and I gotta try and take care of this. How about regedit? ACLUI.dll was not found. Okay. Printers and faxes. Help and support. MSN Explorer. We were unable to load our library. Required library. Okay, help and support is working. Can we go home? Can I get to my computer somehow? I'm just kind of fumbling around here. I don't really know what's going on. Index isn't looking good. Print. Error has occurred. No, we can stop the scripts. What was that? I saw an icon there, but it's gone now. Okay, I ran Minesweeper. Now it's telling me there's no disk in the drive. Minesweeper's not coming back. Solitaire? No disk in the drive. Try again. Nope. There's no floppy disk in there, and you're not getting one, Trojan. I don't know what you're trying to do. Let's close that. Cancel you. Yeah, keep the unrecognized versions. I'm going to close out of these games. I'll probably regret that later. Pinball now is also broken. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's different. The item winmine.exe that this shortcut refers to has been changed or moved, so this shortcut will no longer work properly. Nearest match based on size, date, and type is csrss.exe. Do you want to fix this shortcut to point to this target, or do you want to just delete it? Fix it. Yeah, let's do that. That's what I want to run. And again, no disk in the drive. So I think things may be... Solitaire is also pointing to that same file. So I think the PC might be doomed. So I gotta log off again. Let's log off and restart. Oh, that looks really good. So that's a different window than we had before. This is more akin to Windows 2000 style. Oh, my left and right are normal again. Shut down. I want to restart. And here we go. And if you couldn't already tell by the massive amounts of destruction happening as the PC collapsed around us, turns out Windows is hosed. The Trojan deleted many, many critical files, and also files critical to me, like Solitaire and Minesweeper, quite rudely, I might add, until eventually it consumed some very vital system files like the hardware abstraction layer DLL, HAL.dll. So now HAL is no longer present to open the pod bay doors or start Windows. So we now need to reinstall everything, and most likely you would need to recover everything from backups as well, because it doesn't look like your PC is coming back from this. So that's about all I have to say about the Gentee family of Windows Trojans. It sounded somewhat interesting, and we found some more interesting things along the way. Some embedded joke programs, a flaming Chinese wallpaper, and ultimately the destruction of Windows itself. Now, I wish I could say when, where, or how these Trojans were shared or otherwise available to unsuspecting users. Maybe it was sent to people over IRC or offered as some program or game crack on Kazaa or LimeWire. I'd believe any of those options, because this is exactly the kind of program that you would find when trying to download MP3s or movies. It turns out that the GTA 3 full cracked.exe that weighs in at about 200 kilobytes on Kazaa is not legit. Who knew? Now all of a sudden, your dad is mad at you because you ruined the family computer. Anyway, I'm getting way off into the weeds with these hypothetical situations where you might encounter any of the Gentee Trojans. So, let me wrap this up. that is about it for the Gentee Family Windows Trojans. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.